everyone. We are Twin Flames. I'm Erica.
And I'm Dwayne.
And we are thrilled to tell you that the time has come for you to shed your third dimensional cocoon and to emerge the multidimensional butterfly that you have always been. Our consciousness resonates with the awareness of who we are. Until we accept that we are the creators of our reality, and as long as we live in fear, doubt, judgment, and all of the negative limiting thoughts and emotions of human beings, that is what we will attract into our lives. Our reality is a reflection of our inner world. It's all about choosing where we place our attention, on the positive or on the negative. Don't focus where you do not want to go. It takes willpower, commitment, and faith to choose to focus on the positive. It really, truly does. And we begin by focusing on the positive more and more and more until, guess what? It becomes second nature to us. Once we realize that what we are thinking and feeling and is what we radiate as truth to the outer world, it's like a magnet, and this truth is what we will attract back into our lives. So let's take a journey into the fifth dimension.
So as we think about what the fifth dimension would be like, I want people to understand that we're traveling in different dimensions all the time. Even within variants of the third dimension, we travel from, say, anger to a feeling of jealousy or a feeling of peacefulness. Peacefulness is more in the area of the fifth dimension, but we travel emotionally all the time, here and there, and it's understanding that the dimensions that we're seeking are here now. It's kind of like in the movie What the Bleep Do We Know? When the tribal elder or the healer tapped the person on the head and they could see the ships were there. It was just that the person didn't have an association built in their mind yet as to what that would look like. So as we start to utilize our imagination a little bit and begin to understand what the fifth dimensional living would be, we're actually tapping ourselves on the head and opening up to a dimension that's really already here. We don't have to go anywhere. It's already here within us.
That's so true, and we create. We are creators. We're creating all of the time, and we're all learning this. We're all like little babies learning as we go here, and not always that pleased with what we've been creating. But, it was during one show that Len Stillman at the very end said, okay, everyone, let's rush outside and all pray for peace and send peace out into the world. And in essence, that's what created today's show, because when you think of what we can do as a mass collective consciousness, what we can do is we create. And if we all decide that we're going to start focusing on what we want, then we can create that by doing that together as a collective. And so today we're going to highlight some of the things, some of the experiences that Dwayne and I have had. We've all, I think, can understand what 3D is all about, and we've all had a good experience in fear and judgment and
for about 10.5 million years.
Yeah. we know that feeling. We know how that is, and it's time for us to get ourselves out of that density, out of that limitation, and move ourselves into a new reality. And like Dwayne was saying, all dimensions are here. It's a matter of whether we can see them or not, whether we can feel them or not, whether we experience them or not. And we are mirrored by what we project out, by what we experience is what comes back to us. And so it's a simple reprogramming, turning us inside and out, and going from the inside. And really, I have to believe for myself, it all began with one prime ingredient, and that was loving myself unconditionally, just simply loving myself. That was the beginning of what led and has led to what Dwayne and I have been experiencing for the last year and a half together. And that's what we wish to share with you today.
We want to share because we want everyone to experience this state of mind for themselves, because it is something that can move in periodically. Like you can, it begins by, you're in 5D for a little while, and then you're back out, and you might spend a week outside and 5D, and then you're back into it. But the more that we work with it, and the less that we judge ourselves for slipping out of it, and just say, this is normal, this is okay, I'll get back there. The more that we do that, and the easier we are on ourselves, the quicker we get back to it. And there are simple things that we can do to begin to bring that state on even more. Now, we have what's called a fifth dimensional body, and the fifth dimensional body can begin to influence the third dimensional body, and all it needs is permission. All it needs is permission from you. That's the key that unlocks the door. But the true key is worthiness. The true key is that for a long time we have been programmed of our unworthiness, that we're not worthy to do things, and we're not worthy to be on a spiritual path without a mediator, or without somebody else involved, or somebody of higher ranking, of course. The truth is that we're loved unconditionally from this plane, and our fifth dimensional higher aspect of ourself is just waiting for the time that you actually ask. And in the asking, you're moving beyond the aspect of the unworthiness. And so in asking, we want to start working with our imagination and moving our awareness to what it would be like to be in fifth dimensional consciousness, fifth dimensional reality. And some of the things that we've come across is this feeling of freedom. So we could be sitting here in 3D and move into our 5D state of consciousness and look upon what we're going through, and it seems to be very, very understandable or simple or easy to work out from this state of mind. In the 3D, it seems complex, we seem trapped. But as we float out into the fifth dimensional aspect of ourselves, there's a freedom that comes about, a freedom of it unfolding differently, of the reality becoming more understandable. And remember, we're describing a fifth dimensional state of consciousness with 3D language. Sometimes it can be a little challenging, but we'll do the best we can.
It is about freedom. It's about freedom actually of being who you are, and that, again, it links with that unconditional love for yourself and being unconditionally loved. When we're in an environment where we can be free, where we don't fear judgment, we all of a sudden start to go back to that childlike essence where we can giggle and snorkel, and that was a wonderful experience each time that we end radio shows with giggles and laughter. It is such a freedom. It's just that release. It's that just saying what it is and not having any concern of retribution.